Morning guys and girls, it's Tuesday the 5th of May 2020 and I'm just trying to sort out the chickens. We've got the mother hen who's looking incredibly tatty. She's finally climbed off the eggs. She's been sitting on the eggs for, I don't even know, like 4 weeks now, possibly 5. It's missing loads of feathers and it's very well, in very bad condition. So I'm just going to go to where all of her eggs were and just see if I can tidy up a bit. So we haven't really had a chance to tidy this up because she's been in here. Oh look, there's another bird sitting on her eggs. Come on, you need to get out. I need to clean this up. Yeah, so I've basically removed all the eggs. She was sitting on them for, it's going on like 4 or 5 weeks now or something, and what kept happening is every time she got up to go and eat or something, then one of the other chickens, I believe this one, was biting the eggs and breaking them. So yeah, I've taken all the eggs away. I don't think that they were viable, and I don't think it's very healthy for her to sit on eggs for that long. She's not eating properly or going to the loo or drinking or anything. So what we're doing here is quite a few of our chickens have got a lot of poo on their bums from I don't know, they had like really bad diarrhea for a while.
After their antibiotics.
Yeah, after the antibiotics and stuff. And it's all dried on the feathers. So what we're doing is we're just using a tub of warm water and
soaking poo.
we're just trying to soak it all off. This is the third hen. It's been quite difficult to film because obviously some of them have been quite active and we've had to hold them down. She seems to be quite good though. You can see the birds are looking a little bit bedraggled. She's looking very confused, like what the hell just happened? Don't worry chicken, you'll dry off. It's 24 degrees today, you'll be fine. Look at the size of this boy. Look boy, don't bite me.
Hello Nando's. You can have a bath.
Well, not much of a bath, the bath's a bit small.
Yeah, seems to quite like it.
It's a rooster spa.
Is that what good roosters get?
No.
I can't believe that other chickens like sat in there and it covered their whole body and it only kind of goes up to his knees.
Yeah. So we could only really get Nando's feet in. But anyway, his feet are disgusting, so they needed a little bit of cleaning up. They're still very like red and inflamed. So yeah, we might have to go back to the vet with him again. Check this out. I'm sorry for all of you who do not eat meat, but wow, look at this steak. Amazing. I think it's a type of T-bone. I mean, I'm still not sure what different types of cuts of meat that you get in Portugal. But this is huge. So I'm going to cook this up for my lunch on an open fire. Just season it lightly with some salt and a little bit of garlic and some pepper. Nice and simple. So we're all seasoned up. Just going to put this down so that no flies get a hold of it and let that get to nice room temperature. A moment of truth with this massive steak. Look at this thing. Jeez. Let's get this on. Okay, so we're looking good now. I reckon we're probably medium rare on the inside now. And what I'm going to do is wrap this up, put a bit of butter on it, and let it rest. Yeah, so I've just covered it up with a cloth, just to keep some of that heat in so that it cooks. Some butter in there, and I forgot to mention also put some garlic in there as well. So we have the moment of truth. Let's just get this out of here now. Oh, I just created a big mess in my towel, don't tell anyone. Alright, so now I have the steak. It's been sitting in butter for, I'd say about 10 minutes or so. And yeah, let's just unwrap this quickly. It's quite hard to do while holding the camera. Let's see if I can get this close. There we go. Nice. And let's keep the flies off that. And there you have it. I would say that's medium rare actually, but it looks really nicely done to me. It looks like really good quality meat. So, and I'm not going to wait any longer, I'm starving. Cheers everyone.
Okay, so the seedlings that we've got growing in these pots, so I reckon like another week or so. So these first three are leeks, and then we have carrots, and then I've already transplanted these are radishes. I'll show you those in the vegetable garden, and then these are butternut. And then we have asparagus, which we're learning quite a lot about asparagus, and it's going to take about 3 years for harvest, but about 10 years. The tall ones, these ones. And then these are little squashes, so all different types, an assortment, so it's all like small squashes.
Okay.
And then we have peppers, and then we have, I don't know, because I can't remember what it was that we planted.
Okay.
And then some more watermelon, because our watermelon didn't do very well, but that's not surprising because they're the same as the carrot, the cucumber, they're all in the same family, and our cucumbers aren't doing very well.
Yeah.
So, and then beans, and then these three at the end are protea. So first row we have potatoes, garlic and onion. So, and I think the potatoes are not going to be long before they need to be pulled up. New lettuces, 2 different types of peppers which are starting to pick up now, but they're not doing very well. Broccoli, 2 types of broccoli, and if you look in here, look, it's starting to get a little...
Oh, that's the artisanal.
Yeah, the other one's not. I'm a bit worried about, like, this one's got, so I don't know if that means it's like got scorched or something, or if it's not gonna...
Yeah, I don't know.
We'll have to wait and see.
Unless something's eaten it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we have a whole shed load of tomatoes,
Yes.
carrots, more broccoli, lettuces which we need to start eating soon, cucumber in a pot. These are the radishes. I planted them out the day before yesterday from seed, and then tomatoes at the end. And then that row there is corn and 1 surviving watermelon.
So we're just popping out. We're going to get some gas. We use LPG gas on our cooker, and we also use it. We were using it for heating the house with these gas bottle heaters. We actually stopped using that because we found out that it creates loads of condensation. So, you know, our house was like really humid, and we were having all sorts of problems with that, and it was actually the heating that we were using. So now we're just using the wood fire, and we haven't even needed it for the last couple of nights because the weather's so good. So in Portugal, the gas bottles that I know of, you've got Gulp, Rubis, Prio, and I can't really remember what the other ones are called, but you pay about 26 euros for a bottle, and the bottles are about 13 kilograms. Yeah, basically it's twice the price of what you pay in Spain. So we're sort of in central Portugal, and to drive from where we are to the coast is about an hour, and to drive to Spain is about an hour. And in Spain, if you pop over the border, you can basically get a bottle of gas for like 13 euros. So yeah, that's a tip. I mean, obviously we haven't been able to do it yet because of like lockdown and stuff, but it's something that we do want to try. Another thing about the gas bottles in Portugal is every different supplier of gas has a different type of regulator that fits onto the bottle. So, you know, if you're using Gulp, you can't just plug in a Prio bottle. But one of the cool things that they do offer is if you take your old gas bottle and you take your old regulator, they'll swap it for a new one, and you won't have to pay for the regulator. So you can see on the signpost that direction to Spain. we're in this little town, Alcanes, and there's a shop here that has gulp gas, so we're just going to swap these bottles out, and yeah, I think that's about it. We don't need anything else, do we? Yeah, so all of the little shops seem to be open now, apart from the hardware store, annoyingly. I've been trying to go there for quite a while. Even a bank is open. That's interesting.
I don't think it's, the banks are not open, but there's people in there, so you can knock.
Okay. But yeah, all these little side street shops are open. Like there's a Chinese shop open, photo shop, a place to buy pajamas. So yeah, that's interesting.
Very few people with masks.
Yeah, well, I think you only have to wear the mask once you're in the shop. Unless you're this guy. I think they saw the camera and were like, oh, put on your mask quickly. Home sweet home. So we're going to start a new batch of chickens, or chicks. We've got 9 eggs over here, which I believe are all going to be fertilized because our rooster is, yeah, he's definitely on the ball. So basically, this is a little egg incubator which I bought on Amazon. I can't remember the exact price, but it wasn't expensive. It was definitely below 50, and it takes 21 days. You can set the temperature on here. You put water in the bottom, and it maintains humidity. And it even has like a little motor in there that rotates or moves the egg tray around, so the eggs, you know, are getting turned. So it's pretty easy. Just pop the eggs in, and you want to make sure that the eggs can actually move around, because there's a little motor that attaches to this and moves the eggs around a couple of times a day. It's important that that happens, otherwise I think the embryos stick to the shell. And then the next thing you want is 100 ml of water, and you just pour that in. It goes into the bottom, and you basically don't want that to dry out. And then finally you grab the lid. Now the lid's got a fan in there, and this is a little temperature probe, and this is the little piece I was talking about that turns. It slots in there, and when it turns it moves the eggs around. So we just pop this on top like so, plug it in, and you can hear it, the fan starts up. Now at the moment it's 17.8 degrees. We want to set the temperature 37.5. Yeah, basically what we need to keep on doing is just checking that the water level hasn't evaporated. Obviously there's a fan in there and heat, so every day, every second day, you sort of got to add like more water. You don't want more than 100 mils in there, because otherwise I think the humidity level goes too high. So you just keep it at about 100, and if it's going to be cold, you know, cold at night and stuff, then maybe just wrap like a blanket or something just around the incubator. You want to leave this hole open though. This is like an exhaust hole, and yeah, they work. Believe me, they work. So this is where we're keeping our first brood of chicks, and we do let them out during the day, but we're a bit worried about our bigger chickens bullying them, so when we're not around to supervise, we just put them back in here. They've got a daylight bulb in there, and they do actually have a heating pad if they get cold at night. And yeah, so you can see, you know, we got 6 chickens from our last breeding attempt, and these eggs were kind of put in at different times, and we didn't have a full incubator, so yeah, it was really effective. So we're at Agri-Lodge the other day, and I came across this. I thought I'd buy one kit and see how well it does at irrigating one of our flower beds, sorry, one of our vegetable beds. So it's quite a basic kit. You just use like hose pipe, and then you pop sprinklers out of it. So yeah, I didn't really plan for it or anything, and there's enough, well there should be enough to do 2 beds with 3 sprinklers in each bed. So I'm going to give that a go, see how it works, and if it works well, maybe get another couple of kits to do the rest of the beds. What you doing, boyki? What you doing? Okay, so I did like a little bit of a test run for the first 3, and they spread really far. It's got about a 5-meter coverage, and so yeah, it's quite basic. You just use some hose. I bought the cheapest hose that I could from Agri-Loja, and then you add these little connectors, and then you just plug the sprinkler in. Now in the pack it also comes with like different taps and valves and things, so I can adjust the pressure. So what I've done is I've just done like a U shape. So this one covers like 3 beds, and then the next one's going to cover like 2-3 beds. So yeah, let's turn it on and see what happens. Boyki, you look so peaceful there, and you really need to come out of there now. Come on, Boyks. Psst, psst, psst. I'll start it out very gently so that he gets the message. I'm sorry, Boyks. There we go. Good boy. Okay, so so there we go. We got a little sprinkler system running. I haven't turned it up on full blast. I've just put it on about 40%. Look, Gina, we got sprinklers.
Ooh.
I'm glad I set it up using this really cheap hose, because if you actually see how far it's spraying, we might even be able to get away with just having oh, look what I did to my thumb.
How'd you do that?
Oh, that's a nice one. It looks like I can get away with just having 2 sprinklers, because this sprinkler is actually hitting the wall there. So it looks like I might be able to have a sprinkler like one there and sort of one there, and then do the same in the middle and then do the same on the end. So the sprinkler test went pretty well, and yeah, now we're gonna grab some of our lettuce, because these are ready to go, you know. This will be for tonight's dinner. Look
And
at that.
tomorrow's lunch, probably.
Yeah. Now, how cool is that? Excellent.